Welcome to the Panic Button. I'm Nina.
I'm Jesse.
Okay, so Kendrick Lamar and Drake are battling back and forth.
Bitch sit down, and the bitch who said he sat down for, like, in Degrassi, he sat down the whole time.
You know, I'll just have Evan Preach explain this.
What?
Today's topic is Drake a Predator. Obviously, we'll talk about the beef in general at some point, but I want to talk about this specifically because initially Kendrick...
Okay, the rap beef.
Altercation.
They're having a squabble. Yeah, so they're going back and forth, and Drake is just doing a terrible job. Drake's doing terrible at it. Kendrick's doing very well. Now, Kendrick said a few things in his raps, okay, a lot, about Drake being a pedophile.
What was Drake's initial rap that got Kendrick so upset? No, I heard it's because he said something about Kendrick Lamar. So,
About his family, I believe.
yeah. Drake doesn't seem like the kind of guy to throw that heavy of an insult.
Yeah, I listened sparsely through his raps and realized that he's just not good. And it was boring. You know, Kendrick's last two that he released were very revealing, calling Drake a pedophile and stuff. And people are like, oh, it's just lies. It's a bunch of garbage. It's caca. It's just rap beef, making stuff up to slander the other rapper. But I disagree. I think Drake is a pedophile. And Evan Preach shows some great examples, which is what I want to show you.
And he was talking about his crew, how there's a lot of them who are doing this. And now Drake took 3 days. Right? At first, all he did was respond to the fake allegation of the child. And he went, oh, I don't have no kid. If somebody could find them. And then everyone's like, so that's what you respond to, but you don't respond to the kiddo stuff? And then on his latest track, he talked about it. Oh, he said, speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. The Epstein angle was the shit that I expected. Why would you expect that? Let's say y'all got a 14-year-old daughter. She talking about a man in his late 20s this way.
What about your relationship with Drake? Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more. He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely going to go and see him. I'm so excited, yeah.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
So he out here texting 14-year-olds saying, I miss you so much.
So I remember when this clip first came out.
I remember seeing
when
it
she was
originally.
14. Yeah. And I was very surprised that no one thought that was weird.
Oh, I think it's weird.
He was 29. She was 14. What the hell's a 29-year-old grown man?
And she's not even, she's an
Doing
actor.
talking
She's
to
not
a-
a singer.
Exactly.
So you can't even use the excuse like Justin Bieber with, you know, oh, well, he's a singer, so I'm going to help him make it big. You know what I mean? They're not even in the same field.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what groomers do?
But that's my, yeah, but at least like stay in your field. You know what I mean?
No, that's not what groomers do.
Well,
They
that's
go
what everyone
everywhere.
at Nickelodeon did. They stayed in their field.
Really? Because I saw that they went to Disney after that.
Well,
after they got
They were like,
imprisoned.
it worked once. Now let's do it again. We just have to use a different network. It's the same field. It's still working in films.
What groomers do
I'm listening.
is they play friends with the
Youngins.
child that they're trying to get. And they talk about boyfriends and they give them dating advice. This is a common tactic that groomers use.
Yeah.
No one thought that was fucking weird?
I thought it was weird.
Then no one else did, apparently.
I just have no power. I can't be like, hello, cops. Drake is being weird with a little kid.
Hello, cop.
Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. She's a producer. Little C, she produced for Drake.
Okay, so the Drake thing. You met him, well, when did you first meet him?
So I played basketball, right? So he
Right.
really was a fan of not a fan, supported one of my teammates at the time. And because
And this is when
of
you were in
her-
high school?
Yeah, in high
Okay.
school. So he was a fan of women's basketball, high school basketball.
At the time, Drake would have been 29.
He's a big fan of high school women's basketball.
If you say it like that, yeah, it doesn't sound wrong. What Abba is saying is if you're a man in your late whatevers, you can't be fans of no young woman things. It don't look good.
Do you know any grown women who are fans of little boys' things that aren't related to the children? No.
Pedophiles that go to soccer games.
Pedophiles and groomers. Pedophiles and groomers. Yeah, that's kind of fucking suspicious.
I remember a time where Michael Jackson couldn't breathe without people calling him pedo.
It's not the same thing. It was not. It was all the allegations. It was not just the Neverland.
Okay, so let me ask you. Let's stick to facts, right?
Go ahead.
Your daughter's texting, 14-year-old daughter's texting a 29-year-old man dating advice.
Yep.
They talk about they miss each other. The fact is he didn't do nothing. That we can prove.
That's correct.
What you doing?
What do you mean? What you doing?
What you doing about your 14-year-old?
You're 100% right.
Okay.
Yeah, see, this is the thing about, especially moms, when they have children, young girls who are talking to celebrities, they think that that's their child's in to the entertainment industry. But I feel like they're incredibly ignorant, naive, or maybe they don't care that there's an older man preying on your child.
I think, unfortunately, a lot of people think there's a price to fame and they're willing to pay any price.
That too.
Like, you compromise your morals because you want to gain fame and attention and money. And a lot of these people hear the name Drake or they hear the name of any celebrity and they will do anything to have a chance at their status.
I also think a lot of people are just ignorant to the fact that there's a lot of really disgusting things that go on within the entertainment industry.
I don't think they're oblivious.
Maybe they think it's bullshit.
They used to be oblivious. You can't be oblivious these days.
Good point.
I'm doing conjecture about
but
something. There's no world I know of where a 14-year-old is texting a 29-year-old saying, I miss you so much, and texting them about dating advice with boys.
I can understand that. But the same way, if it was a boy, it wouldn't be the same thing.
No. If my 14-year-old son is texting a 29-year-old, they talk about each other, I'm thinking something sexual is going on.
What kind of dating advice do you think he was giving her?
I couldn't imagine. I've never asked for dating advice for the boys.
It's like, hey, Drake, I really like this guy, and like we've been like talking, and we've been talking, but I'm not sure if he feels the same way. Oh, how does Drake talk? Well, see what you gotta do. What Drake? What you gotta do? You gotta put your hands on him.
That's
and you
totally
gotta
not how Drake talks.
I don't know how the fuck does he
Just talk like yourself because you're gonna butcher it.
Okay, good point. He's probably telling her really creepy stuff. Things that I can't even make up right now.
I just don't trust an adult man giving dating advice, like someone twice my kid's age giving dating advice to my child, because they're at two different points in life
Not
to
even
begin
a grown
with.
Man. Like
he's physically a grown man.
I know, but a woman should be giving her advice, not a grown man.
No, that doesn't even matter at this point. They're at different points in their life. It's not the same. Your mother can give you advice. Your father can give you advice because they're your parents.
Yeah.
You can get advice from your peers because you're at the same point in life. Why is a 29-year-old man who's in a different stage of dating giving a 14-year-old any dating advice?
Because he's creep.
It's
he's
just weird.
Grooming her to be his victim.
Didn't you say they said that Charlie Sheen did that to a kid? Right?
Corey Haim.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You said that they said things like, oh, yeah, it's totally cool to do this. When you don't have a lady, you could do this with a dude. Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, Corey.
That kind of stuff is dating advice from an adult to a minor.
Corey,
and because minors are so impressionable, they're going to take the advice from the person they view as aged and experienced in it. No, especially if it's a celebrity. Sorry, but...
Yes, Corey Haim was molested on the set of Lucas by Charlie Sheen, allegedly. And pretty much what he was doing is saying, come on, Corey. All little boys do this. This is how they gain experience in order to have experience when they date girls. And this is just something that we do. That's what he was telling them.
Right. And is that not also, even if you're saying it should be their mother, in the case of a boy, it should be their father or a dude, right?
Well, this was while he was raping him.
And this is my point, is that seeing someone of a higher status, that's a celebrity, saying...
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. It's gross. It's all gross.
It's not just that this dude really follows or he's supportive of high school basketball teams. He starts following these girls. He starts contacting them. What business do you have contacting these young women outside of just being supported at the game? It's not like he was just in the stands. No, he can't do that. Drake would get the WNBA out of debt if it was full of teenagers. And that's a fact.
I was her teammate, so he followed me because of her. And I was like, oh shit, bitch, you got Drake to follow me? Like, what the hell? Like, that's so crazy.
Oh my God.
He followed me, and I lost it. I'm like, I have to meet Drake. Like, I love Drake. I've always loved Drake, still love Drake. So basically, yeah, he followed me. Maybe a year later is when I built up the confidence to like message him on like some working stuff, because I was 18 when I messaged him, and I DM'd him like, hey,
He knows what the he's doing. I don't care who this is from. Irrespective of the beef, this dude is a straight up weirdo.
Oh, also, I was just thinking about this. I love relating this to trans stuff because it always kind of comes back to that. And I know it pisses people off too, so it just makes me very happy to do that. Celebrities kind of remind me of trans women. And I say this because
Privilege.
people could not, like a lot of women especially, a lot of women would be like, oh, Drake would never do that. He's way too famous. He would totally get caught if he was doing that. He would never do that. They say the same thing about trans women. A trans woman in your locker room isn't looking at you like that. Ew, get a life. You're so stupid. Trans women are going to harm you. Trans women are going to join sports just so they can dominate women. You haven't lived enough to say this.
I've never heard anyone say that Drake couldn't do this. I'm sure a lot of people think that he has enough money to get away with it.
Really? How many people love this guy? They don't want to believe that he's an evil piece of caca.
I think maybe young girls, but I think a lot
Absolutely.
of men think that he just has enough money to get away with it.
Right. So if the young girls are like totally oblivious to it, easiest
Yeah, that makes it easier
prey
for him.
to go after.
Never look twice at no teenager. Only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I never look twice at no teenager.
Started when footage from a 2010 Drake concert began circulating the internet. Footage where a 23-year-old Drake invites a girl from the crowd on stage, dances with her, smells her hair, massages her shoulders, puts his arms around her, and then starts to kiss her neck. Drake walks away.
Now, do you think he's going to step back?
Probably not, based on the fact that we're still watching it. I think he's like 17's the age of consent in some states, and then he kisses her.
Did she say 17?
That's what I thought they said.
I don't know. I just know she's underage. I thought she said 15.
Oh, God. Nah, I think it was 17.
It's not looking good, bruv.
Right.
Did you hear that, motherfucker?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I didn't even catch that first time I heard it. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
He just said, why do you look like that?
How dare you be? How dare you be someone who's a minor that I am attracted to?
How dare you?
How dare you make me a pedophile?
What a piece of shit.
Right?
Holy shit. Why do you look like that? You fucking asshole.
Look at all this. Well, listen, 17. I had fun. I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your breasts feel against my chest. I just want to thank you.
He said he had a good time.
Oh, you didn't hear I like the way your breasts feel against my chest? You didn't catch that
No,
one?
I didn't hear it. I couldn't hear it clearly.
Oh, yeah.
That's weird.
Talk about doubling down on some evil. It's so hard not to swear in this video. Evil caca.
What an odd way to say that you like her boobies. Why would you even say that at that point?
Because he's a pedophile.
It is a sickness of the highest order. It is deviant, therefore we don't want it.
The same year, Drake would post on Instagram, celebrating the release of Baka Not Nice, a rapper, friend, and member of Drake's record label, OVO, following a stint in jail for allegedly forcing a 22-year-old woman into prostitution, a weapons charge, and human trafficking. The now deleted post read, "Something in the air today, a lot of good things happening at once, but this one means the most. post. Been waiting 11 months. Baca finally home.
Just to be clear, people saying, oh, Kendrick just spread rumors. No, a lot of what Kendrick said is actually verifiable and provable. He did smash Wayne's girl while he was in jail.
A year later, in May of 2016, 29-year-old Drake was spotted eating dinner with 18-year-old Hailey Bieber in West Hollywood. Due to their allegedly flirty interaction and Drake wearing a matching H necklace, rumors of them dating began circulating, with Entertainment Tonight even alleging that the two hooked up at Drake's Memorial Day party. However, during this time, Hailey did an interview with E! News, revealing that she'd known Drake for around 4 years at this point, meaning that a 25-year-old Drake first met Hailey when she was just 14.
Another 14-year-old? Another 14-year-old?
At this point, meaning that a 25-year-old...
Why does the entertainment industry always go to pedophilia and trafficking? Why does it always go to the most disgusting, vile sex shit?
I think of it like the English Empire.
Because cults are the same way.
I think of it like the English Empire. They want to keep the power and like just trade the power. And to them, power is children.
Get them while they're young.
And so then they're in the cycle
their whole life.
the whole time. He met Hailey.
He met Hailey
at 14.
That's what they said?
Yeah. She had known him since she was 14.
You know, dudes do that. But not all guys. Not all guys.
But
Rumors.
we didn't publicly know until she was 18.
Right. You know what they do? What the predators do? They get them while they're young and then groom them the whole time. I bet he was saying some dirty ass stuff to her. And isn't it convenient that she's married to Bieber now?
I know.
But what's even more disgusting is that her family is born-again Christian, hardcore Christian. What the fuck are they doing allowing their child to hang out with that pervert? Maybe they are Christian after all.
I was going to say, don't you think some people can have a cover sometimes?
Absolutely. I put nothing past anyone anymore.
Right.
So when Tom McDonald said, it's probably a bunch of bullshit rap beef, I'm like, I remember the Millie Bobby Brown thing when she was young and she was saying shit, and I was like, that's really fucked up. Something ain't right about him. Never liked that mother. Mm-hmm. So I think Tom is he's a guy. He can't see. It's like, there's a lot of guys out there. They cannot see. It's like they don't want to see that their
I think that he just
idols or someone that they really like is that vile.
I think that he probably just doesn't know that much about Drake. And then he was just like, fuck it, whatever. It doesn't mean much.
Another 14-year-old? How many more y'all need? Let's keep watching.
A now 32-year-old Drake released a song titled Nice for What, featuring the line, high school pics, you was even bad then. 3 months later, on July 22nd.
Crazy. No, that dude is a little twisted monster.
An article titled, What Would You Do If Your Teenager Became an Overnight Instagram Sensation was released by The Guardian, detailing a...
I would say no, and I would put her in somewhere far, far away from predators and pedophiles, which you can't do because you never know who's a predator and pedophile nowadays.
I would be her manager, and I would manage everything, and I would destroy people if they touched her. I'd be there for every second of everything. I would hope that when social media influencer didn't simply mean my child was selling their body online, because my child wouldn't be posting pictures like that. So I'd hope they had something to do with something a little better on social influencing. You know what I mean?
Like woodwork?
Like bread talk. Those bread talk people, like something like that, like something really niche, or I wouldn't expect my child to be showing pictures that would attract men's attention like that. If she's naturally a pretty girl, then yeah, of course men are going to watch her, but if she's not showing those parts of her body, men are going to do what men do,
And that's not right.
I'm just saying there's probably someone, not in a weird way, you could cut this out completely, but there could be someone yanking it while we're doing this, so
that's fucked up.
I'm just saying, there's always going to be that weirdo.
Right, but do we need to be putting our children on fucking line? Like, what?
No, but at 16, if my kid is 16, they're going to have some social media, but it's going to be monitored. And I'm not going to let them post pictures like that. However, if they gained social media traction, I'm not going to be mad or take them off of it.
Oh, my child would not.
They don't go into the wrong path.
Not till 18.
Well, that,
Fuck that. Not till 18. You watching a shit ton of documentaries on pedophiles and groomers, so you stay away from them.
I feel like
and you can pick them out.
I feel like sheltering them until they're 18 is worse because then they don't learn how to handle it properly.
What do you guys think?
Story about 16-year-old Charlie D'Alessio going viral on Instagram after being
Another one. Oh my God. Just him mentioning, I don't even know if Drake's involved yet, but him just mentioning a young girl, I feel like Drake just, hold on, we're going home. I just feel it.
Shit.
Don't you feel that creepy Drake energy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think that we need.
Huh?
being tagged in pictures at Coachella. The article describes the photos as Charlotte wearing bodysuits, bikini tops, and jean shorts. Her mother, Christina Ford, recounts the moment she realized how popular the photos were making her daughter, saying they were in the back of the car chatting away and checking in on social to say they were in Toronto, just like normal teenagers. And then suddenly Madison was like, oh god, it's Drake FaceTiming us. Should I answer? As Ford drove on, listening to her daughter and her friend chatting away in the back seat with one of the biggest hip-hop stars on the planet, she felt the world as she knew it shifting under the wheels of her car. I thought, okay, she's hanging out with Drake. I guess this is for real.
What was you saying at the beginning?
Nothing.
Yeah. That's super weird behavior. Once is, okay, coinky dink. 3-4 times, you sticking your dinky dick in her.
It's an MO.
Yeah.
It's an MO.
Yeah.
Later that month, Drake would release a song titled Jaded, featuring the line, "We coulda waited. I wasn't Russian. Differences in ages. You're old enough, but you're still a baby."
Self-snitching. Just to reference, you're saying that no parents would let their daughter, they would think it's weird. She said like, oh, okay, I guess it's real, and kept on driving. So just to go back on what you were saying that no parents would have let that shit happen. She did.
No parents would let that happen? That's not true. Actually,
tons
a
of
lot
parents.
of parents would let that happen. There's a documentary that I watched, family, husband, wife, and they had a daughter. And they made friends with, I don't know if he was a neighbor or something. He was the parents' age, and he was grooming the mother, the father, and the daughter. And he took the daughter to camp or something and never brought her back, right? Never brought her back. And then the parents finally were able to get her back. And what happens? He manipulates the parents into making them think that what he did wasn't wrong. And they let him take her again.
Yeah.
Again. Not 2 times. 3 times. And he was doing horrible things to this little girl.
I can imagine.
Could you imagine just being that child and being like, where the are my parents? Oh, they're both in love with my race. The parents were both in love.
I know.
So yeah, parents will do that.
No parents will do anything. No good parents maybe, but parents. That's just too broad.
Because how many good parents are out there in comparison to bad?
When people were doing the whole actual Oregon Trail thing, they'd drive off without their kids and just hope they'd come back.
Why?
They had to go.
Damn. That's rough.
I said no parent would let their daughter talk to a 29-year-old man. What I didn't add to that caveat is if they're famous. Because famous people let their kids do weird shit.
Exactly.
Over the years, there's a lot of pictures of Drake wrapped around girls who are 18, 17. Do I think he's hit? Yes, I do. Now listen, you got no business talking no goddamn teenager. So all the stuff Kendrick was saying, it ain't lies. It ain't lies. And there's too many of these instances of this guy talking. You know what I've never thought in all my years as a 30-year-old? Can I please talk to a teenager for extended periods of time? You texting a teenager, I miss you so much?
Yeah.
It's also easier to manipulate a child. It's much more difficult to manipulate an adult in comparison. It is still easy to manipulate adults. I mean, it's done all the time. But in comparison, children are much more pliable. That's why they do it. I mean, predators, pedophiles, they go after
Weak-minded people.
children.
Because they're weak of mind and ability.
Yeah, and underdeveloped. Still developing. Brain and all.
So I don't miss nobody. You know what I mean? That cannot be me.
It's not like he's a teacher. It's not like he's risk youth outreach or whatever. There's like no reason to be talking to these people. And listen, a lot of onus should be on the parents who allow for these kinds of listen. But like I said, people in rich or famous areas, they operate in weird ways. You know what I mean? Some of them stop parenting and leave the managers in charge of everything.
The amount of parents that would let their kids do this is insane.
I know.
And it's because people will give a lot for fame.
They'll give their children.
For money, for fame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I remember what the bigger point was. And it really isn't something you can even blame on the parents, because a lot of people are very poverty-stricken these days and are struggling check to check to check. So you can't really put the blame completely on the parents.
I do.
I mean, clearly they should have had some more control in the situation, but it is still manipulation because the rich person has money.
You're an adult. You should know better.
Yes, you're an adult. You should know better. However, it is still the rich person pursuing your child.
Mm-hmm.
You're
a
that's
parent.
The problem.
You should be deathly protective.
Right.
Of your children.
People used to be like, oh my God, Drake invited them to a getaway? That's insane. Once in a lifetime thing. Yeah, because he wants to diddle your chittle.
You heard the same thing with the Michael Jackson allegations, all those stories. It was the same thing. The parents were just allowing these kids to go over and sleep over his house. I mean, you're letting the celebrity babysit your underage child because it's a celebrity. Celebrities are not infallible. They're actually probably the ones you should be looking at the most, aside from like politicians and big businessmen.
What celebrity would want to babysit a child?
One that likes children in that special way?
Right. Like if I was someone in any industry, like acting or music, let's say, right? And I saw potential in a child, I would invite them and their parents out. I'd pay for them and their parents to go and do whatever opportunity I had entailed for them. I wouldn't be the one with the child. You know what I mean? Like if I were to be someone who's trying to give opportunity.
I don't think there should be opportunities for children in the entertainment industry. I think it's way too dangerous.
Who's going to play children actors?
Like little tiny kids?
Yeah.
AI. I don't think any
kid
should be in the fucking industry. I don't care. I don't give a shit about Disney. Disney.
Who's going to make entertainment for children?
Cartoonists.
Just all cartoons until you're 18.
I don't give a... Actually, 18-year-olds, they play 15-year-olds, 13-year-olds all the time.
They can play a 4-year-old.
AI. I don't think any little kid should be in the industry. I think it's way too... nobody is...
Not until we have more safeguards up, at least.
Yeah, no one's overlooking the whole industry and being like, okay, that's fucked up and needs to go. No one's doing that. People know what's going on within the industry and they're not doing shit about it. Anyway, so what did you guys think? Do you think Drake's a pedo?
Chiddle-diddle?
A chiddle-diddle? Is he a pee-diddler? I think so. I think he's one evil piece of caca. What do you think?
I had no real opinion before this, but I would say that Drake is probably a diddler.
Anyway, like and subscribe.
I need gas money.
Subscribe to our channel. Join our memberships for special perks and early access to our videos.
Send us an email.
Recommend us some reaction content.
Just say hi. I don't know.
Sup.